Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Appalachian Garden and Homesteading. This is Tracy Arnold coming to you from the Appalachian Mountains and showing you different ways to experiment with corn today. Well, the method is you till your garden, then you let it set, dry out a little bit, then you plant your corn in the rows 2 feet apart, and at least 2 rows of them. That's what the requirements is on the sweet corn that I have. So this is what we've done. This is what we've done in a test of 2 rows, 12 foot long, and we're going to see what the germination rate is, see how much corn we can get out of it if the critters will leave it alone, right? So here's our first part of our experiment. No weed bearer. It's been tilled and it's planted to Pacifics by the pack, okay? 2 to 3 rows wide is what you're supposed to have it, but I figured 2 rows. We'll go 2 rows there, and then we'll go in here to wheat bearer and show you guys this one. I just planted all my sweet corn today, so I think it's 2.5 packs or 3 packs, something like that. Yeah, a lot of corn. Anyway, right here where these rocks are, in these 3 holes, all that corn that way is what I just planted in the weed barrier. I went through the hole with a trowel and I dug all the dirt up, pulled all the weeds out as much as I could, and I let it set and dry. And I went back and put my holes in and put my sweet corn in the rows. These are 3 rows by roughly 25 feet, 30 feet maybe, 30 feet maybe. And there's 3 more rocks. That's where I stopped with 1 pack. So that shows you how much I got planted today. So there you go on that. That's the weed barrier. So we're going to see how the weeds do versus the corn. If nothing comes along and eats it that wants the corn as bad as we do. All right, now we're going to go down here in the other area of the garden. We're going to swing by the greenhouse here and check on these plants. You see, I think I've got some pepper plants going good there. I've got a lot of tomatoes. I've probably got over 100 plants of tomatoes. I've got tomato tomatoes, Romas, brandywine, red brandywine tomatoes. Got those. And as you can see, the project over there is at a kind of a standstill. This time next week, guys, I'll be in a sling. I won't be able to do nothing for at least a month and a half. So I'm getting everything I can get done. That's possibly without help. But yeah, over here we have this area. Those are the neighbors. Neighbors' animals across the fence. They're in the goats, guineas, all kinds of chickens and roosters, everything else. They got their crap going on. They got a lot of good stuff. This area here, I did till where the weed barrier is, just to get the ground loosened up. This side here, I did not, because I was not planning on putting nothing here. So this was tilled last year. So this is kind of the method of no-till. It was packed. That's all I could do to get rows shoveled out, hoed out. And I finally got, I got 2 rows of sweet corn at the minimum of a foot wide, a foot apart. And I've got them pretty much, what we're trying to do here is grow as much food as possible. And I mean, we can eat, our neighbors can eat, our friends and family can eat. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And of course right there is where the pumpkins are going, the watermelon's going to go there. And I'm going to punch 3 holes up there for another set of melons, some watermelons up there. I'll let you guys know what kind they are here for long. And I'm going to do another experiment with the no-till thing on probably the squash and zucchini. I'm just going to put 2 plants here at the very end. 1 squash, 1 zucchini. They'll be 4 foot apart, and just see how they do without the ground being tilled. This is hard ground, and it is mud. Well, where it's soft at is muddy. We had like 1.5 inches of rain in less than 24 hours. And yeah, we really got hammered by rains. I bet you're wondering where my chickens are and ducks. Well, they're in there. There's just been a hawk flying around, so they've took cover from the heat, and they're back there eating. I got the rabbits out there because they kept burrowing holes. So there they all are. Ducks and chickens are getting along, but now here's the other part of our next project after the garden and getting the greenhouse for it going. Is this going to be the ducks area where the gate is and where all that big fencing is, and I'm going to bring the other run down here that the other chickens are in, and I got it staked off here. I think it's 10 by 19/7. So that's how this is where the run's going to go. I'm going to divide the run up in 3 sections for the chickens. 2 sections for each chicken. Each set of chickens I got, and then the ducks will be here. Of course, right here where the pond was, I took it up. I want to bury it a little bit deeper. Then we're going to get rid of some weeds, and then we're going to build up some sides on a little bit, and then I got to put the fence around that part after I get somebody to weed it for me, and get this closed off and get it done. Get that one run down here anyway. And then the next step will be to put the other run over here probably. I'm going to do opposite of what I said, right? I always got another plan if something ain't going right. Which, yeah, they're good. Alright, right here is where the runs are going to be for the chickens. Both those runs, and then one out here too, with another run cage on this side. So there'll be more room than what we have time for. Alright, show you my rabbits here. That's what I got them in. I got the big boy, he's in that cage, keep the other 2 from getting in the fight, and one getting pregnant. So, and there's the other 2 rabbits. We got them in cages and easy to move. Keep them on clover. They've been on this for probably a little over 3 weeks now. Haven't mowed it yet. I'm getting ready to mow it though. It is getting a little tall, but you can tell every place that they go and where they've been at versus where they haven't been at. So yeah, this is gonna be nice. I got a hen in the one of the brooders I built in there. She hurt her foot or her leg, trying to baby her. She's getting a little bit better. She actually laid the first egg yesterday. A lot going on here, but a little bit of time to do it in. I've got less than a week to get all my chores done. And of course today in the greenhouse, it is hovering around 90 to 100. But I got most of my plants low. So it's probably about 98, 95 down there. So that's what we got, folks. Hope you guys enjoy the videos, and hopefully the next video you'll see, I'll be done with the garden or planting my tomatoes next, and I'll show you a good quick way of doing that without having to break your back. Alright guys, if you guys like it, subscribe, like, share, comment, and we'll see you on the next one. See y'all.